Hello and welcome. Now, this is going to be a review of the, I think, Randall's Adventure and Training Ontario Rat 1. Okay, now I've got both of the blades here. One's in satin, one's in an all black kind of finish. We're going to bust open some stats first of all. The overall length of this knife is 8.62 inches or 21.8 centimeters. The blade length is 3.5 inches or 8.8 centimeters. And the cutting edge is 3.3 inches or 8.5 centimeters. And the weight is 5 ounces or 141 grams. Okay, so about the knife. It's quite well known knife. There are plenty of other review videos, and a big shout out to a YouTube user called Hathcocked, who kind of convinced me to get one of these. If you look at his video, you'll see that the Rat 1 in that video is completely beat up. It went to Afghanistan. His friend went medieval on it, and it still is is usable, I'd say, if you kind of refurbished it, it'd be fine. Okay, so the handle scales are a zytel, similar to FRN. They're kind of the same animal. It's, in my opinion, it's not that grippy. It's more of like a different texture that you can feel with your hand. It doesn't really offer an awful lot of protection, not protection, but grip. However, the way it's designed, with this rather large choil area and the jimping on the top, means that's not much of an issue anyway. You're not going to be holding your knife like that. I mean, the way it's made means that it's going to be quite secure in your hand nonetheless. Okay, they do come in a variety of colours and blade options. You've got the satin finish. You've got a very nice black finish. Don't get too excited. The coating isn't like a DLC coating or anything like that. It is, I think it's just painted on. You can normally tell because the jimping is actually more slippery on the black coated blade than on the satin finish. But you can get the scales in like a desert tan colour, an OD green. You can get it partly serrated. You name it. There's something for everyone, I'd say. Now, just to talk about the pocket clip. It is 4-way options. They've thought about this. That you can have it tip up, tip down, left or right pocket carry. The blade steel is an Osate. I think Osate's still made in Japan. It's an okay blade steel. That the actual knife itself is made in Taiwan, but the blade steel it's okay. In my experience, I'd probably say it's a little bit better than CR8, CR13 MOV, only because you can get a sharper edge to it. But that is literally the only reason. I mean, obviously it depends on your sharpening skills and things, but that's just my opinion. Open to comments, no problem. The liner lock on these, they do lock. It's a Walker liner lock. So again, there's the bar, the locking bar. You deploy the blade, and as you can see, it locks into place. While we're here as well, if you look in there, it does have these steel liners that run around the whole handle of the blade, and actually they're not skeletonized like some other popular knife manufacturers do, which kind of means that there's a bit more weight to one of these knives. However, it actually feels quite solid. Sometimes weight is good, and in this knife it's solid. But yeah, again, I kind of question that because obviously this is probably a common sense moment, but if you were to make these FRN handles but then not skeletonize the liners, you kind of making a knife that you would like to be lightweight with the handles, but with the liners you're thinking, you're basically then saying, oh well, actually weight isn't much of an issue anyway. So they cancel each other out, unfortunately. But we'll talk about improvements in a little while. Yeah, the ergonomics, I said at the start, it is comfortable. It just does fit in your hand well. I've got large hands. It fits in your hand well. You can get all your fingers and the relevant digits on this knife. It does fit well. Yeah, I would like to choke up on it a bit for fine work, but with the blade shape and length, it's fine there. It gives you a bit more reach as well. Mentioned before, they are locking knives, so you can't carry these in public here in the UK. Definitely not. They're not legal to carry because they'd count as fixed blades. The prices of these range from anywhere between £30 to £40, depending on the edges and the colours. So a few more little things to point out. It does have this torque screw construction along the handles. It does have a lanyard hole. It's literally just hollowed out. There's no metal liner in there for it, and it's got dual thumb studs. So yeah, you could deploy this with right or left hand. It's ambidextrous deployment. And yeah, if you're left-handed, you can close it. It takes a little bit of practice, but you can do that. We'll just do a few comparison shots, and then I'll talk about the improvements I would make on this quite well-known knife. Obviously, it's often compared to. There's a load of comparison videos out there. X-Acto's video is very good with the comparison points. You've got this is Spyderco Tenacious, and just to give you like a size comparison there. We've also got a Spyderco UK PK. So just gives you a rough idea of the kind of sizes you're talking about here. Handle probably a bit longer on the Ontario Rat 1. The blade, I'd actually say that's nearly the same. Nearly the same actually. Yeah, very very close, if not the same. So that's that one. And next to a UK PK. So it gives you some idea of the sizes that you're getting with this Ontario Rat 1. Okay, so some improvements I would make to this knife is if you're going for lightweight, make the whole thing lightweight. Skeletonize your liners, or change the lock system so that you don't need any liners at all. The thumb studs would probably add to the weight rather than a hole there, and the handle scales, they could be more grippy. So overall, if you made this knife again with I don't know, VG10, skeletonized liners or no liners, and FRN handles, or even G10, even just replace the handles with G10, you'd get a grippier knife. You could just make a premium version of this knife, and I'm sure it would sell in bucket loads. Anyway, they're just some small little ways to improve the knife. I think it's an excellent knife as it is. I mean, it's a great starting knife. It's quite easy enough to sharpen, and the edge, you can get the edge pretty sharp. Just to mention that the hardness of this steel is between 57 and 59 on the Rockwell hardness scale, if that does mean anything to you. So it's not 60 or anything, but it's okay. As a blade steel, it's So there we have it. Okay, if you've enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to comment, rate, or subscribe. And thanks very much for watching. Bye.